So it's Patrick Dana. We talked last month when I was with you with Devin Clark. So you had said that you weren't shocked that they were all testing positive because it was something that should have been expected. Just elaborate a little bit more on that statement and why people should have kind of expected this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that PFL is alone in that. I think that, I mean, it's people are going to cheat in sports. You know what I mean? Like there's always going to be cheaters no matter what. I mean, I'm never going to be shocked, especially in a sport like MMA. I mean, you look back as far as it goes. I mean, there's always been guys that have been on the sauce. So, I mean, I'm never going to be surprised. You know what I mean? It's I'm hoping to have a long career, and I'm sure this isn't going to be the first time or the last time that I face somebody that's been on the sauce. So, yeah.
So you also talked about how you thought Wilkinson was the best fighter in the division besides you. You got that matchup, and now you obviously the fight got canceled. So what matchups are you looking forward to now that there's fresh blood in the division?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little disappointing. It's I was going to get to face the former champ, and it was exciting. You know what I mean? Because I do think he was the most well-rounded guy in the division. So like I said, it's a little disappointing. I was looking forward to it as a way to prove myself and whatnot. But I mean, no one really jumps out, to be honest. I mean, there's some good guys there that present some good problems. I saw some of the guys that they just signed actually used to train with one of the guys. So a lot of good grapplers, which you don't see too much in the heavier weight classes. So that'll be good. I train with all grapplers, but I haven't really faced much adversity on the ground. But, guys like Hamlet, guys like Silvera, obviously pretty good on the ground. So I think it'd be a good test, a good challenge.
All right. Thank you, Ty. Good luck.
Thanks.
Jiro.
Hey, Ty, how are you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. I mean, obviously, you said you're disappointed that you're not going to be able to face Rob Wilkinson, but your new opponent, Dan Spohn, have you been able to see anything about him, and what do you make of him?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a little bit. He's a vet, man. He's kind of getting up there in age, but I mean, he's a dog. I mean, the props to him for taking the fight on 2 weeks' notice. And I know he just fought and he lost. So, I know he's going to be looking, to get back in the win column. So, I mean, props to him, man. I mean, nothing bad to say about him at all. I mean, he's a tough guy, good striking, good ground. He's pretty well-rounded. I'm just happy and lucky to have an opponent, to be honest.
And after your great performance in Vegas, what's going to be the key for you to stay in the win column this time around in Atlanta?
Just keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, this is my 4th fight in 6 months, because I had 2 right before I got onto the season. And I've just been, the past 2 years, it's just been a lot of technique, working with some new coaches and whatnot.
Hey, Ty, I know you said you weren't really surprised because, in sports, people are going to, try to find ways to get ahead and whatnot. You're not surprised with the suspensions, but it was 5 of the 10 people competing in your division. That's like 50% of the entire participants. You weren't not even shocked by the number?
I mean, did you guys look at those guys? Were you guys really shocked? I mean, look, we talk about you on like a level playing field. I was talking to my teammate. I mean, I'm clean, but I was like, shit, should I get on something? Like, I almost feel like I'm the only guy that's not, I mean, there's a couple of guys I don't think that are, but I mean, yeah, I don't know if you guys are seeing the same thing I was, but Jesus Christ, those guys were huge.
Yeah. And obviously one of the guys that was pulled was Rob, who was the most recent champion in the division. Do you feel like in any way this suspension taints his achievement of becoming PFL champion last year?
I mean, depending on how you look at it, like, again, it's like, was he the only one? Like, is it unfair if there were other guys on the sauce? Like you just said, I mean, there was, half of the division. So it's like, yeah, I mean, he got popped, but how many of those guys last year were on something, you know what I mean? So it's like, maybe. And on the flip side of that, to be honest, I mean, I think 2 or 3 of the guys, or actually like 4 of the guys, 3, I don't even remember so many of them, but like the majority of them that won, or the that popped actually lost. So it's not like this like end all be all thing, you know what I mean? And if you look at like the Fleury Jocko fight, it wasn't a great fight, you know what I mean? Like it was a split decision. I could see it going either way, and both guys ended up popping, but it's like, I mean, I don't think it helps you fight better. I think it helps you recover a little bit more, which would be nice, but it's like, you got to do what you got to do,
Yeah.
By that,
Thank
I
you.
don't mean take steroids. I realize how that just came out. I meant it more like you just got to keep showing up, not taking steroids. Or, I mean, I don't know. If you want to roll the dice, fuck it.
Thank you, Ty. Good luck.
Thanks.
Jay Christian.
What's going on? Jay Christian, Gary, Focus Fights Audio. How you doing, Big Medicine?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just got, well, a few questions to ask, but considering the fact that, I mean, let's just say you're obviously a light heavyweight. You've seen half the damn division get wiped out due to, well, let's just say enhancement, so to speak. When it comes down to your upcoming fight against Dan the Dragon Spohn, do you feel that if you win this fight, be it via submission, decision, or knockout, no matter in what round, do you feel that potentially this may free you up because of the 5 vacancies to get in a light heavyweight title opportunity at the end of the season?
I think so. To be honest, I haven't really thought about it. Dude, I didn't even know you couldn't throw elbows until 2 days before the last fight. Like, I didn't even know how many the points or anything like that. And I mean, that's just me. I just like, I'm gonna go in there. You try and get a first round finish or any kind of finish. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna affect anything. Like, I'm going out there to get the win. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for a knockout or a sub. I'm gonna take what he gives me. But I would think with the win that, I mean, I would for sure get into the playoffs. I would think so.
I mean, they would, but again, it is 6 points for a knockout in the first round, so at least you'd be striving for that. But
yeah, of course. I mean, I'm gonna do that every single fight. You know what I mean? Whether it's even before I got in the PFL, I was looking for that. Trying to get the finish always. Like, it's not something that I'm gonna like hang back on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always looking for the finish, and I don't want to fight longer than I have to. You know what I mean? I'm going to get paid the same whether I win a decision or knock the guy out in seconds. So
exactly. And considering the fact that you're already 1-0 in the PFL, let's just say this. If you were to win that $1 million, clear path or not, what would you hope that the folks watching your journey would get out of being inspired by you, so to speak? What would you hope that people would get out of you fighting, so to speak?
I mean, I have a lot of heart. That's what everybody always tells me every single fight. You know what I mean? My old coach used to tell me to be more like Apollo and less like Rocky, but I always fought like Rocky. Like, my past 3 fights, I've won all of them, but I've had to get stitches every single one. So it's like, that's just kind of how I fight. I like a dog fight. People kind of like that. You know what I mean? Like, they like to see you come back from adversity and win. And in this case, I'm going to do it without any kind of enhancement. So that's pretty special. Special thing if you're a light heavyweight in 2023, and you can say that.
Yeah, of course, that would definitely be on the plus side. But other than that, Mr. Big Medicine Ty Flores, good luck on your fight Thursday. I'm pretty sure you won't need any enhancing just to do it.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
All right, Gavin, our last question, please.
Hi, Ty. Gavin from Airtime with Gavin. So obviously, with a lot of fighters being added to the division, do you think you'll adjust your game plan or style in case all these fighters go out and get quick finishes and then you're stuck on 4 points and they're all of 6?
I mean, no, man. It's been like a weird camp because I've had 3 opponents, so it's like I'm just focusing on doing what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? I went from southpaw to orthodox to southpaw. That was one thing which I switched my stances and stuff. So it's something where it's like I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal. But I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? It's my third opponent. I planned on doing the same exact thing to all three guys. You know, all three guys, you know, of course, they have different attributes, different things that they do, but I'm going to go in there and impose my will and do what I do. I'm not really concerned about what they do or what the other guys do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to put myself into more danger and go out there and brawl in the first round and then get knocked out. You know what I mean? Like I said, I want to have a long fighting career. Like, I love this life. I don't need any extra CTE going out there and being reckless. You know what I mean? And it's going to piss my coaches off too. You know what I mean? Like, we're here to win at the end of the day. And I want to be able to remember my name. Like, you see some of these guys and like, they just fight so dumb. And it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, you knock a guy out or you get knocked out in the first round. And it's like, that's not the type of fight I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Like, I've already proven I'm a dog, but I don't need to like fight stupid. You know what I mean? So no, what other guys do isn't going to matter. Like, right now I have 1 win in the season and 3 points, and everyone else who just got signed, they have to catch up. That's how I look at it.